Hello and welcome to class. Today is Monday, March 22nd. The focus of this video will be the evidence chart, day one of the Caesar-Chavez test. If you're watching this video, it is because you feel you need extra help on the first chart, which is the evidence collection. For all the other information related to today's class, you need to read or listen to the agenda. Let's get started right away on the task. If we look at our new assignment, Caesar-Chavez speech, working conditions, evidence inference chart plus paragraph, we'll see that it's a 3-day test. Today is the evidence chart, which we're going to focus on. When you're thinking about the evidence chart, you need to think about the 6 types of working conditions: hours, compensation, health, safety, and environment, treatment of individual workers, treatment of groups of workers, and child or forced labor. So we need to come up with a quote of an example of a working condition from the speech, its paragraph number, and the category. You need to place a number from the list above. Okay, so we have the article here with examples highlighted. What I need to quickly do is I'm going to quickly go to my module page, and I'm going to click on the speech with numbers. Now I know what paragraph numbers things are. Okay, and I can get started with completing a few of these. I'm going to work through like maybe 5 with you. You need to come up with 10, so you're still going to have to come up with 5 on your own. I will give you 5. You have to come up with 5 on your own. Okay, so let's look at the speech. Okay, if we had something like they died when their bus, which was converted from a flatbed truck, so I'm looking for things that were yellow. If I took all of that and I paste it into here, I'm going to get rid of all my coloring from my highlighting and my yellow and then my reader's marks. I'm going to put it in quotation marks. So there's my quote. I'm going to look to see where that was in the speech, and it was in paragraph 1. So I can put paragraph number 1, and I got to figure out category from above. Is it hours? Is it compensation? Is it health, safety, and environment? Is it treatment of individual workers, treatment of groups of workers, or child or forced labor? And I definitely think that would be number 3. So there you have it. That's the first one. I go back to my, and if you want to use that, you can. You can use the 5 examples that I'm giving you. Okay, that's only going to be, half of the value of this chart. You're going to have to come up with some more on your own. Okay. If I took like these 3 sentences here, which I have highlighted, and if you really spent the time on Thursday going through and highlighting the yellow, and there really are examples of working conditions, and this is super easy. If you're looking at a blank page for your examples, then you really have to look and see if you can find the working conditions. As you're doing that, highlight it in yellow, because remember, that was for a grade as well. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to paste. I'm going to get rid of my coloring. I'm going to put my quotation marks around it, because it's not my words, it's his. I'm going to do that. It says, vicious rats gnawed on them as they sleep. They walk miles to buy food and inflated prices, and they carry in water from irrigation pumps. Is it hours, compensation, health, safety, environment, treatment of individual workers, treatment of groups of workers, child or forced labor? It could be health and safety. I'm going to put 4 because it's poor treatment. And you have to think, it's not just like you're not just focusing on the fields where they work. It's everything. It's where they live. It's all the factors that a migrant worker has to face because of poor working conditions. Just like with Liddy, Liddy had to live in the boarding house, and the boarding house wasn't a great place to live. She had no privacy, it was noisy, etc. Okay, what paragraph was that? That was also paragraph 1 as well. Okay, so let's jump to another paragraph. Let's go down to where and you can see that the copy of this, that's a new paragraph there with child labor is still common in many areas. I'm going to take this. Says some 800,000 underage children work with their families harvesting crops across America. Okay, I'm going to do that, copy that, paste it. And again, you can use these examples. You're still going to have to come up with some more on your own. Don't forget your quotation marks, because they're not my words. Category would be 6, right? Child labor. Paragraph number is number 2. So you can see if you did your work on Thursday and you went through and you're really trying hard as far as underlining working conditions in yellow, highlighting them in yellow, then this should be easy. Okay, I've already got 3 done. I'm going to do 2 more with you. And then you're going to have to do the rest of the 5 on your own to get full credit. If you take this one, which is farm workers are not agricultural implements, they're not tools, they're not something to be used like a tractor or a rake. They're not beasts of burden to be used and discarded. And I'm going to get rid of my highlight, don't need it. I'm going to do that. Which one does that apply to? Farm workers, plural. So I'm going to say treatment of groups of workers. So that's number 5. Don't remember what paragraph it was, but I'm going to look down, sort of see where it was. It looked like it was like 3 maybe. No, where was it? 4, 5, 6. Where was it? Oh, there it is. Looked like it's maybe 3. I'll double check. Yep, paragraph 3. And this is the page that I put on underneath today's heading, and it says that it just has paragraph numbers on it. You can't highlight, you don't need to highlight anything, it just has paragraph numbers. I'm getting my information from the document from last week where I went through and I highlighted in yellow. You can see that I still have reader's marks that I need to add, so truthfully I shouldn't have this highlighted, right, because I'm not done with my reader's marks. Okay, and I need to go through with these colors and highlight, and I need to do that. And I haven't done that. I need to do a lot of that work still. I have less as I go through with highlighted in yellow. That's because parts of it really aren't about working conditions, at least not in a negative sense, and they're harder to pick out. I probably could go through and highlight some of these things related to working conditions. So I probably could add more. I'm going to scroll all the way down though. And try to find something later. This is about the bosses or the owners of the farms. They're taking advantage of migrant workers. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it in as my fourth example. I'm going to get rid of the yellow. Okay, so, Chavez here is talking about how his all the workers have been mistreated. So I definitely would say that it's still like 5 there because it's a group of worker. If that's my correct number, go back and check. Yep. In the paragraph, it's towards the end. So I'm going to scroll down. Paragraph 24. Okay, so I've given you right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5 for you that quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use those 5. You need to come up with 5 more on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's my suggestion to you that you do look early on in the article because there are more examples. There are more examples early on that I highlighted and I didn't cover. Okay, even in this paragraph here where I came up with some 800,000 underage children work, there are other examples there. So you should be able to find examples early on for your chart. Okay, I'm going to move back to the chart for a second. I'm going to move it here so you can see the first 3 examples so that you can take the time and copy those over. If you need to pause the screen now, you can do that and you can copy over those. So pause the screen, copy over those. And I'm going to advance the other ones. You can pause the screen and copy over those. So you have 5 done. You need to do 5 more on your own. If you're having trouble, send me a message and I will point to a paragraph where you can find more. Please try to have this chart done for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to pick our best 4 examples from that and enter it into our inference chart. And we're going to answer the inference question, how does this quote bring light to the plight of the migrant farm workers? Plight is a unhealthy situation, a dangerous situation. And you're going to take that and 2 of these and you're going to turn 2 of those into quote sandwiches for your paragraph on Friday. So Friday, you're going to write the paragraph. Thursday, you're going to do the inference chart. You need to finish this chart here. I would say actually by Thursday, because tomorrow you're going to be working on the writing task for the month. Have a great rest of your day. I hope this helps. If it's not enough, definitely give me a shout out through Canvas inbox and I will get back to you. Have a great day. Bye-bye. And go Orange.